Well, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today we're talking about Marvel's Avengers. It's done, man. It's dead. Or it's gonna be dead. The support is ending for it soon. Now, this is obviously a surprise to no one. This was bound to happen. People been talking trash about that game for so many years, and I'm surprised it was running up to this much. You know, so I thought it was gonna be gone. I mean, I did play it a little bit. I was not really happy. See, my whole thing is that I've always felt like an Avengers game was evident. You know, with the MCU being a really big thing and it being like one of the most highest grossing franchises ever, you know, just having all these movies with all these different superheroes was going to be a good thing. But then they decided to make the game live service. They decided to try to bank on the idea that having so many different superheroes in the game and, you know, having things that you know, you would pay for and everything else would be the best way to go. But it obviously was not the best way to go because it failed. Now, let me bring up another game that was done by Square Enix that I thought was fantastic. Guardians of the Galaxy, the game, not the movies. The movies are really good to me. I like the movies. But the game in itself surprised me to a crazy extent. You know, when they first came out, I was like, okay, so it's done by Square Enix too, and they're gonna end up being like the same type of vibe as Marvel's Avengers. But you know, even though the Guardians of the Galaxy are really big now, they don't have the kind of power and mainstaying like brand power that Marvel's Avengers has, so it's gonna fail. Little did I know, behold, you know, that it was going to be one of the best games I played that year. They basically told me, hey, you'll only be able to play with Star-Lord the entire game, you know, and you'll be able to call in assist and stuff from your team partners, and you know, it's going to be developed, it's going to look like this, and there was no way I was going to end up buying it. But through a lot of positive reviews, I actually ended up giving it a chance. This was unlike Marvel's Avengers, where, you know, I got it on a discount sale and I only played it because everybody was talking about how bad it was. I bought this game at full price and I was not disappointed. This was, like I said, one of my favorite games of that entire year. And it's so sad to think that this game did so much right in the terms of what a game should be, what a fan service game should be. Not necessarily fan service, but what a game that the fans would want should be like. So many different Easter eggs, so many different like characters and stuff. I'm actually sad that we might not get another one, considering that, I mean, I think it sold pretty good, but considering coming out the hype of the bad Avengers game, it didn't sell as well as it could have. Coming back from that, you know, even though this game was fire, it had no DLCs. You know, the game length was a decent proportional amount, and it was a fire story. The combat felt fun. I didn't ever really get bored of it, which is surprising. You know, I get bored of a lot of things very quickly, and this game I never got bored of, so I was cool with that. Now we slide back to the Avengers, the Marvel's Avengers. This game just felt like it was there just to rip money off of people. It never really felt like it was there to appease or to, you know, draw on the love of actual fans of the Avengers. It was just there to make money. You know, microtransactions out the wazoo. You know, different cosmetics, different outfits and stuff to play a very boring and repetitive game. This game could have been so much more, you know, with all the different DLC releases they could have done. You know, they could have focused more on that and stopped trying to be a microtransaction mess and just really decide to add content from the game. I mean, look at another game really briefly, Kakarot. Kakarot, I don't know if you guys watch anime or you're really in the anime spirit, but if you don't know, Dragon Ball Z is a very famous, popular anime. They came out with a game that was called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, or Dragon Ball Kakarot. In this game, you know, the one thing they definitely did right, you know, they went through Goku's life story the best that they could, you know, in a very cinematic and awesome fashion. You know, they didn't really rely on DLC, but DLC did come and it made the game vastly improved. I mean, they had like pretty much all the DLC well tailored. Every time one came out, you were dying to play it. They didn't really have no base microtransactions. They had their own little personal card game, but it was something different from the entire main story that Dragon Ball was based off of. They gave you the game, didn't try to sell it to you. They just gave you all the story at once and said, if you want to see more, you can buy more. Avengers was more like, you know, you can play it, but we're not really going to give you unlockables like that. Let's just make them all valuable cutscenes. Well, all in all, man, I'm sad for the developers, or, you know, the people that really had passion to work on this game and it just didn't turn out the way they really wanted it to. Because there's always people like that. You know, you always have to think there's people that had a vision for the game, and then there's the shareholders and the business people that say, we don't care about your vision. Take all them unlockables that you guys have probably, you know, made it so you can unlock in game, take them out. You know, include them in the base game, but don't show them yet, and have them unlocked for DLC cosmetics. I've said for a while now, I've been preaching for a while now that microtransactions ruin modern gaming. Fortnite in itself, they do it the best. You know, they give you a free to play experience. If you choose to buy microtransactions, you do. You know, whether you consider it predatory or not, it's on you. They include a wide variety of different skins and stuff for you to play with, and that's pretty much the entire game. That's what the game is focused around. Then we have games like Marvel's Avengers, where, you know, the gameplay isn't fun. They're obviously trying to milk whatever money they can get out of you, because the microtransaction route has been noted to be the most, you know, the best route for gaming for them. You know, they get a lot of money off different skins. Even if they don't have a bigger fan base, they don't have to worry about people just buying the game straight out. Gaming has changed so much. You know, we didn't have DLC back in the day, and it shows. Games that were actually good stayed around. You know, they had staying power. Games that were actually good is the games we look forward to today, like the sequels of the games that we were playing back in the day. You know, games that we loved, games that we thought were amazing. It's different now. You know, games get popular because they are so bad. You know, microtransactions give games life enough to be made again. They don't need to rely on people just going out and buying it and thinking it's amazing to really be considered good anymore. I don't want to get all preachy, man. I'm just a gamer. I really miss the way it used to be. I really respect the way some games are now, and I think some things just need to change. But with that being said, I think this is going to be my first and last real video on Marvel's Avengers. Now the game's dying, there's really no need to talk about it for me anymore. I think they are giving away free cosmetics and free skins, so if you're interested in kind of playing that, even though it's about to run out of support, definitely go check that out. Throw me some comments down below. Let me know how you felt about Marvel's Avengers dying. How you felt about Guardians of the Galaxy, the game, if you played it. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video.